Rants on this topic. Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. And today I'm going to talk about life after death and what is it like exactly. And the first thing I want to get into is the transition period, because that's mainly one of the first things that people experience when they're in a near-death situation. Now, for every person, it's different because every person has a different consciousness. Even though we're part of the same consciousness, it's like each soul is different. Each of our paths is different. It's like we're all similar, but we have something unique about us. Something that no one else can copy. And that's the beautiful thing about life and your journey and your path. Like, nobody can copy you. Like, people can walk similar lives as you, but no one can exactly copy you. And for a near-death experience, it's the same thing. It's basically it's mainly based on what you believe in, but most people experience going through a tunnel or just seeing all white or all dark. And after your transition period, it's more like the first thing that's gonna happen to you is you're gonna feel lighter. Like you're gonna feel like you're kind of a cloud. You're gonna feel like a cloud in the skies, basically. And the reason for that is because your body isn't working no more, and you're no longer in it. But even I've made this joke before. If you have social media, you probably heard of people being trapped in their bodies. Oh, my body is a prison, and just things like that. And I've used this joke too. And after a while, I've come to realize my body isn't really a prison. It's more of like a container for my mind, because my conscious, and this can be proved scientifically too if you want to do some research, but my conscious isn't in my body, basically. You could say it's in the third eye, the seat of the soul, but it's mostly like, where does your conscious come from, basically? Does it come from your eyes, your brain, your, I don't know, your hands? It's all energy, and you have this energetic field. Like, it's like an apple. Imagine an apple. Should I get an apple right now? Or just, if you have an apple, cut the apple in half, and you can see down the middle. It's like, it goes like this, kind of like a heart, but it goes all the way down. That's what our energetic fields look like. And our star bodies look like a, what is that called again? An octagon? I don't know. It goes kind of like a diamond, but longer, kind of like this, and this, and I think it's 12 chakra points in your energetic field. And so if you want me to speak more about that, and yeah, if you want me to speak more about it, I'll get more into the scientific side of it. I'll have to do some research first because I'm not a scientist, of course, but if you want me to, I'll talk about it. And so your spirit guides come around you, and they appear in forms that you're familiar with. So maybe like your loved ones, or just whatever you're comfortable with, like friends, family, loved ones, and they'll just appear to you in that way, so you won't freak out and go on this downward spiral. Because oh yeah, that's another thing, you have to be careful with your mindset, because you're like, you know how you listen to music and you listen to music to back then when you were depressed or going through a rough time, then you find yourself thinking about your ex again, or someone you used to hang out that was a bad influence, or someone that you really liked and they rejected you, or you're just things that remind you of negative feelings. It's like those manifest in the fourth dimension, and that's literally the plane above this dimension. Or I wouldn't say above, like scaling it, like I would say it's all around us. You just have to channel into it in order to access information from it. And which I do channel, but I'll get more into that later if you want to hear about that as well. But yeah, it's basically like, just be careful what you're thinking, because if you think too negative, you're gonna have, that's gonna start appearing in front of you. Like, it's not just gonna be in your head, it's gonna actually appear in your face. You're just gonna be like, wow. Dude, our thoughts are physical things. You just have no idea. Well, I wouldn't say they're our thoughts exactly, but they're just like bubbles, basically. Bubbles, clouds, fields of consciousness of similar mindsets. And yeah. And you get to this period where after you've met your spirit guide, to kind of build, or it's kind of like this reality. Now, when you think of the afterlife, you think of like either this hellish realm or this heavenly realm, or just black and white. But alright, so the fourth dimension, or the afterlife, well, once you pass on, it's literally like this reality, but instead it's more lucid. Now, if you ever had a lucid dream before and became conscious of it, it's basically that, but you're in your lucid dream forever. And you'll have a home, well, wherever you lived at currently while you died, and whatever your environment was like, you'll experience, like, let's say I died in I died in this room. My experience or my home would look like this house that I'm in, this room that I'm in. But it will be more loose and like it'll be, how do I explain it? I would say it will be less well it feels different without your body, of course, but it's basically like you feel the energy and the flow a lot more because you don't have crap. I think I just deleted. Alright, so if you know how to astral project, then you basically visited the afterlife, and you visited it consciously because what it is basically is like we die every time we go to sleep. We don't die literally, of course, but we either consciously explore out of our minds, out of our physical body, or we dream inside deep within our subconscious. And here's another little thing that I would like to mention. I don't like to use the word subconscious because it makes it sound like it's your subconscious is like in the back of your mind, under your mind, but it's actually on top. I mean, it's not conscious because you're just not paying attention to it. And so basically it's always there. And a word that I like to use personally is superconscious, my superconscious mind, because it sounds cool, so why not? And when I say superconscious, it's like a higher state of my being rather than it being like a sub state of my being. And yeah, I think that's all the points that I've mentioned so far. No, I think that's it for now. I'll probably get deeper. I'll get into other aspects of this topic that I talked about in another video. And who knows, I may even do this video again later on. And yeah, so if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, tell me what you think of this video down below, and leave your opinions and tips on how I can get better at sharing and growing my channel. And share it, like it, and comment because it helps with the algorithm and stuff. And I'm gonna leave you with a quote of your day if you want it to be. So, the truth, you always know the answers to your problems. You just have to learn to listen to it. Listen within. So that's what I'm going to leave you with today, and yeah, see you in the next video. Later.